Hi guys, welcome to Mr. Diagnosis.
Nicole's godmother, Katie, comes to visit in August. She can hardly believe her eyes.
She opened the door and I just looked at her. It was just such a difference. I see this child in front of me and half of her face looks like it's just disintegrating.
Her mother, Joni, seems completely unaware of any change in Nicole's
I don't like
appearance.
the competent
In
parents.
fact, with Joni always working and Nicole holed up in her room all the time, the two have hardly seen each other.
Feel like
Joni
you
was in
still
denial
notice.
that there could be something wrong with Nikki. Nicole is her daughter, whom she loves unconditionally no matter what she looks like, and sometimes people just don't see what they need to see.
But one morning, Joni finds herself leafing through the family album, and it's as if the truth is literally staring her right in the face.
At that moment, it finally hit me that there was something wrong with my daughter.
Like, I'm just deteriorating, basically. I'm falling apart. I don't know what's going on. It's just everything's going wrong. School was very depressing to me. It was very stressful. I'd have people stare at me. I would hear people say, oh, she got in a car accident. I had to start wearing my hair over my face the way, like this. It would be down where no one could see me. We'll see this side of my face. I just couldn't deal with it at all. Legally, you can drop out of school at the age of 16 without a mother or a parent at all. So I walked in, I signed out. The day that I signed out, I registered to take my GED.
While she's no longer subject to the scrutiny of her classmates, there's no escape from the pain in her jaw, which just keeps getting worse.
Nikki told me that the pain was excruciating and it was constant and it never stopped, and it felt like somebody was constantly pounding on her face.
Everything was strange because it was all happening on the same side, on the right side of my face.
Hoping that the dentist can help with the pain, Joni schedules another appointment. But x-rays reveal a shocking turn of events. Nicole's face has sunk in so much, her teeth are literally moving out of place.
Two were actually so far out of alignment that one was pushing into the other, making the one push into the side of my jaw. I didn't know what to think. My reaction was, what next? Honestly, what next?
Real quick on the topic of teeth. I don't remember how old I was, but I was a kid. My canine teeth, which are like the vampire teeth, the adult teeth were growing on top of the baby teeth, so I had to have my 4 baby teeth yanked.
It was very upsetting. I wanted to just stop. I didn't want to go to doctors anymore, but I knew I had to if I wanted an answer to something.
At the end of her rope, Nicole reluctantly agrees to a preliminary examination. Dr. Grione examines Nicole closely, and it's not long before he spots the critical clue.
I noticed that her face was asymmetrical. I had an inclination that there was something else going on here, more than just pain in the upper right side of her mouth.
It's Parry syndrome.
He glanced up, cocked his head, and looked at Nicole and said, "Do you know what you have?" And Nicole said, "No." And at that point, I kind of scooched up on my chair like, oh my God, you know what's wrong with her.
Based on the symptoms that Nicole presented with, I diagnosed her with Parry rhomburg syndrome.
Parry rhomburg syndrome is a rare disorder in which patients experience slow, progressive degeneration of half their face. In healthy individuals, the tissue and muscles of the face are nourished by a continual flow of blood. But in patients like Nicole, doctors believe that the nerves are impaired, preventing blood flow and causing the bone, muscle, and tissue of her face to atrophy. Dr. Grione believes the first sign of it came when Nicole was 13 and began losing handfuls of hair.
The theory is that the nerves decrease the blood supply. If we don't have blood supply to an area, the hair won't grow.
Unfortunately, there is no cure for Parry rhomburg syndrome. While there's nothing Dr. Grione can do to reverse the atrophy in Nicole's jaw, her pain can be managed with prescription drugs.
At least that's good news.
The disease seems to burn itself out or stop when the patients are in their late 20s, maybe early 30s. And
That's
then
wonderful.
we underlook for reconstructive procedures.
I do hope to get reconstructive surgery. I've already looked into it.
I don't
I've been
blame her.
sitting and waiting for the disease to stop.
Dr. Grione's optimistic that cosmetic surgeons can ultimately bring Nicole's face back, close to what it looked like before.
I was saying that as more like a confidence thing, because I don't really see it as looking that bad.
She's fortunate to have received her diagnosis when she did.
Often what happens in patients who are undiagnosed, they may go through processes of hair grafting or tissue grafts are done to their face. Unfortunately, unless the disease has ceased, all those efforts are pretty much in vain. The process will continue to affect those tissues that are transplanted into that area,
Yeah, I
leaving
find
the
grafts
patient
kind of
with
gross.
the result that may even be worse.
Today, Nicole is 18 years old. She's passed her GED and is attending a local college.
I am pursuing a master's degree in criminal justice with a double major in business administration as well.
And while she doesn't know when she'll be ready for reconstructive surgery, she's made peace with the face that the world now sees.
She used to wear her hair cupped into her face to cover it. And every once in a while, she'd flip her hair up and say, "Today you get to see the evil twin." And she let her hair back down.
Good for her.
That doesn't happen anymore. She doesn't hide that. She's
I'm glad.
not scared of it anymore.
And despite the many uncertainties that lie ahead, Nicole is determined to live her life in the present.
Nicole is my hero in every aspect of the word. She gets up every day. She battles this disease every day. She battles the stares and the questions that people have. I don't know anyone braver than she is.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to know when I post a video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.